Before we start looking at the pictures, I'd like to say a couple of words about how the ramp was started. Jack Waltz and I were working in the basement, and we got a donation from Ray Bush and of $1,000 to start the ramp. So we had to interrupt what we were doing in the basement and and get started on the ramp right away. Now, my previous education was in drafting and architectural drawing, so I had to start drawing the plans for the ramp. And you'll see some of the sketches that I made. And Jack Waltz again helped out by bringing his equipment. And if you see over there on the left, the equipment I brought was a post hole digger and a shovel. And Jack went out with his equipment because it dug deeper holes. So the building inspector insisted that we have concrete footings that went down 4 feet below the frost level. And so we had to dig down these holes deep. And there was, I think, 2, 4, 6, looks like 8 holes. And Jack dug those holes with his post hole digger on his tractor. That would have been impossible to do with my post hole digger. So then we had to mix concrete to put in there, and we had to do that by hand. And so let's see now. We did it by hand because we had bags of concrete mix, which we bought, and we mixed it by hand. But then Arvine Pike and Fay Combs came. I think Arvine had a cement mixer at home, and he brought it down, and we mixed the concrete, emptied the concrete bags into the mixer and mixed it with that. As you can see, it worked a lot better with the mixer. And yeah, that's Arvine Pike, and Jack Waltz is on the tractor in the back there. He's loading up the scoop with the bags of concrete mix, stone mix, and bringing it over to where the mixer is. After we had poured the concrete for the beginning of the ramp, it started to rain, so we put a covering on it, and still got rained on, but it left a textured finish. That was okay. So this is the beginning of the ramp. The first part is concrete, and then we finished off with the wood joists to lead up to the door. As you can see, that's Jack Waltz over there. I don't know what he's doing, but you can see how the framing took place. Now, Fay Combs and Jack Waltz are putting down the flooring on the wood beams. Here you see the structure that went up past the ceiling. The tops ran as far as they went, and the roof trusses were put in place. And then those posts that stuck up above the roof trusses were cut off. Here's some of the lumber. The roof trusses were made in my pole barn in Burdett, and I brought them there, already finished painted. And Then we put them up on the roof. This is a scaffolding in place to help us work up there. Next, you can see how the roof trusses are now. And I decided to make the roof out of metal. And we'll go to the next one too. And well, these are details. Hard to explain. It shows the scaffolding and how we worked on it. Next, well, we have the white metal roofing on the over the ramp, and that's as far as we went with metal. At first, I thought we were going to have part metal and part clear on the sides, but then I decided, since the price was the same, we would have all transparent panels on the side. They called it skylight. So that's what we did. The next one. Here's more pictures of the scaffolding. More pictures of the scaffolding. And a ramp was made to go up onto the roofing that's over the 1,000-gallon oil tank. That remains there. That's not part of the scaffolding, but that stays there so that we can get up and measure the oil in the tank when the time is when it's necessary to do that. Okay, this shows the ramp, and the next step will be to put the transparent siding on it, the skylight. Let's see. I don't think any of it's on yet. No, it's not on yet. There it is. You can see it from the inside. You can see the transparent panels. And it's winter time now. It really comes in handy then. It stops the wind and you can see everything. And the lighting is good inside. And even at night, the lighting was good, as you can see in this picture. And then I put in signs along the way on the fastened to the trusses. And they had to be, the painting had to be darkened up because it was difficult to read with all these different paints. So we had to fix that. And let's see. Yeah, that's another sign that had to be repainted to make it more legible. Okay, that